المسلمين والصلاة والسلام على الرسول الكريم هو الذي جعلنا مسلمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. So after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and acknowledging that we all came to Islam eventually, some of us got a head start. I think the first row has some of the guys that have a head start on us. MashaAllah. However, what do we say to a non-Muslim who is interested in Islam or knows something, even if it's not right, about Islam? This is a question that I had when I came to Islam. I wanted more than anything for my family to come to Islam, and especially my mom and dad. The problem was, and still is, how do we get that message out to them in a correct manner? I spent one day with my mother, and I was talking to her while we were driving, and a rainstorm came up, and I slowed down purposely to get the message across. And she said, I agree with everything you have just said. This is making so much sense to me. So I dropped her off. I didn't know how to give the shahada to somebody, but I was really happy with what she said. The next day she called me and said, don't ever talk to me about religion again. And then she said that she had picked up a book, a used book, at a dollar store. She paid $1 for it. The cheapest way to get to hell. That book was so full of really retarded messages about Islam. But she believed it. And then when she talked to my sisters, they all told her, you're an old lady, don't change your religion. What do we do in a case like that? What do we do with somebody that is attacking the religion? Once I visited a university in my early days, I just went there to check it out and see what was going on. And one of the guys saw me wearing a thobe, and he said, oh, are you a Muslim? I said, yeah. He said, oh, I want to talk to you. I want to ask you questions. I have a lot of questions for you. And I said, well, I'm a new Muslim. I don't know much. And he said, oh, well, why does your prophet do so-and-so and such and such? I said, I don't know. So why did your book say so-and-so and such and such? I don't know that it said that. I read it in translation, but what could I do? So tonight I would like to address some of those issues. How can we really get that message across? Now, somebody told me about an elevator pitch. You know what? You were explaining something, and it's called a pitch. You were explaining something real fast. You have to go fast in an elevator, because the doors can open at any time, and you don't know where the person is getting off unless you looked at the dial and you had one and he had another one or something like that, and you're all alone. But maximum, you can count on about 4 or 5 minutes, but it could be 30 seconds. Just long enough to get to another floor, the door is open, and he goes out. So what would you do in this case? So we'll start with that, and then we'll see what we can do with people that we have a little bit more time with.